Benvenuti cari amici, benvenuti, buon mercoledì. Happy Wednesday everyone. Come state cari amici? Today I cannot really scream as I usually do because I'm at a coffee shop in Dallas. I have a lot of people around me, so I cannot really do a crazy show like I usually do. Today I'll try to keep it as professional and as didactic as possible. Ok? Come state cari amici? Io sono negli Stati Uniti, sono a Dallas in Texas e grandissimo annuncio, settimana prossima sarò a New York, ho finalmente comprato i biglietti, I finally bought the tickets to New York, I'll be in New York next week and save the date, next week, Tuesday night, I want to do the meetup. So I will plan the meetup, it's official, you will hear from me in the community, but next Tuesday, the 23rd of June, there will be a Piazza Square meetup in New York. And now I see that you guys in the chat will start to ask me, when will you come here? When will you come there? And this and that and that and that and that. This time it will be in New York. Next time it can be in Florida, it can be in California, but this time we need to do it, we will do it in New York, all right? Va bene, salutiamo tutti i ragazzi che sono presenti. Ciao Lisa Jesinger, ciao Mirek, ciao Carlo, Pass Wines, ciao Pass, Paola, Susan, ciao Susan, Singleton dalla Florida, ciao Kevin, come stai? Jerry, Carlos da Napa Valley, Kent dov'è? Sempre in giro da qualche parte, always traveling. Ciao Leon, come stai? Nina Ferrante, Lori Leto, Jerry, Madeline Servos, ciao Madeline, come stai? Nuova, eh? Madeline è entrata nella scuola da poco, da forse una decina di giorni, about 10 days in the school. When will you visit LA? I would love to visit LA super soon, but this time I won't have time, I believe. Ciao John, Colin, ciao. Don't forget San Francisco. Yeah. Wyoming, ok, Kent is back. Fantastico. Allora, cari amici, come tutti i mercoledì, anche se io sono in trasferta, ho preparato tanti esercizi di italiano per voi, condividerò il mio schermo e svolgeremo questi esercizi insieme. Come li svolgiamo? Io vi faccio vedere la domanda con degli spazi vuoti da completare, vi darò del tempo per rispondere, poi vi farò vedere la risposta corretta e vi spiegherò anche il perché della soluzione. So, how does the test work? We are going to do the test together. I will share my screen in a second. You will see the exercise with a blank. I will give you time to answer. Then I will show you the correct answer and I will explain why it is what it is. Okay? If you agree with the format, I think you do, because I've been doing this for many years and everyone always agrees with the format. So if that's okay with you, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Allora, come to Arizona now, it's bloody hot. Okay, Tam. Good to know. Ciao Lucinda, grande, benvenuta Lucinda dall'Inghilterra. E poi abbiamo anche Patrizia De Gennaro, grandissima Patrizia, ciao. Va bene, allora condivido il mio schermo e ci siamo. Cominciamo subito con un po' di riscaldamento. Let's warm up a little bit. In 3, 2, 1, let's go! Go! Prima domanda. Scusi, dire dov'è la farmacia più vicina? A. Mi saprà dire. B. Mi saprebbe dire. C. Mi sapesse dire. D. Mi sapeva dire. Qual è la risposta corretta? E intanto salutiamo anche Carol Hassan, ciao Carol, ciao Maggie dalla California e da Castiglione d'Orcia, ok, grande Maggie. Ok, vedo B, tutti dicono B, in chat, per cui vediamo un po' la risposta corretta, è proprio B. Perché usiamo la B? Perché abbiamo l'utilizzo di un condizionale presente per fare una domanda in modo cortese e formale. Let's do a little bit of explanation in English. The question is, scusi, mi saprebbe dire dov'è la farmacia più vicina? The translation into English would be, excuse me, could you tell me where the closest pharmacy is? Excuse me, could you tell me where the closest pharmacy is? Why do we have saprebbe instead of sa? Actually, sa is not even one of the options, but that would be the present. Io so, tu sai, lui, lei sa. We know that we use lei for the formal, lei sa, but there is a way to be even more polite, especially when we use the formal structure, which is using the conditional. Conditional just add another layer of formality. It's the same as in English when you say, can you tell me, or could you tell me? It's 100% the same, ok? Mi saprebbe dire, io saprei, tu sapresti, lui, lei saprebbe, noi sapremmo, voi sapreste, loro saprebbero. Questa è la coniugazione di sapere al condizionale presente, quindi lei saprebbe, modo formale, condizionale presente, per essere molto gentili. To be really kind. Susan Singleton al primo posto, yes, al primo posto. Oh my God, I really want to scream, but I have too many people around, I cannot do that. Quindi, Susan Singleton, complimentoni, brava, 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 bene. Secondo posto per Lucinda, complimenti Lucinda, e terzo posto per Mirek. Poi abbiamo John Golin, abbiamo Tam, abbiamo Lisa Jessinger, Carol, Jerry Romeo, Leon, Kent, Kevin, Marcelo Neves, Naeda, Kelly, e poi abbiamo Maggie, Lori Leto e Carlos. Allora, isn't saprebbe, would you tell me verso potrebbe meaning could? Yes. Sì, David, you are 100% correct. Yes. Saprebbe is would you tell me? I said could you tell me because actually in English I don't know, it just sounds better for me to say could you tell me. But if you literally translate from Italian to English, then it would be exactly that one. So, scusi, would you tell me, or could you tell me, is the same. I mean, sapere, c'è anche un modo di dire, scusi, mi potrebbe dire dov'è la farmacia più vicina? Ok, se usiamo potrebbe, it's literally could you tell me. In this case, mi saprebbe, would you tell me? Or would you be able to tell me? I mean, ok? Va bene. Tutto chiaro, ragazzi? La mia risposta va bene? È chiara? Do you guys need more explanation? Otherwise, I will just type MST in the chat. This means mani sulla tastiera, hands on the keyboard, and we go with the next one. 3, 2, 1, vai. Ho fame, vorrei con il prosciutto. Opzione A, vorrei del pane con il prosciutto. Opzione B, vorrei un pane con il prosciutto. Opzione C, vorrei la pane con il prosciutto. Opzione D, vorrei uno pane con il prosciutto. English translation, I'm hungry. Remember, if you're a complete beginner, ho fame literally means I have hunger. This is how we say in Italian, I'm hungry. So in English, you use the verb to be, I'm hungry. In Italian, we say, I have hunger, quindi ho fame. And then the second part would be, I would like some bread with ham. Some bread with ham. Like a club sandwich. I think it's club sandwich, right, in the US. But anyway, some bread, how do we say some bread? We're not talking about, we cannot say, I would like one bread. Even in English is wrong, one bread. Ok? Usiamo un partitivo perché abbiamo una quantità indefinita. We have an indefinite quantity, so we just say some. How do you say some in Italian? It would be del pane. Quindi l'opzione A è l'opzione corretta. E questa è proprio la spiegazione. Quindi usiamo del per indicare una parte di qualcosa, quindi una quantità indefinita. Del pane significa un po' di pane. Some bread, a little bit of bread. Okay? Fun enough, I will give you this note. In Italian, we also say panino, panino, which is really funny because it's just ino. It's an ending that we use when we want to make something smaller. So pane, panino. But in this specific case, panino means sandwich in Italian. So you can say un panino, due panini, tre panini, quattro panini. Okay? So for panino, you can use a specific quantity. Uno, due, tre, quattro, or il panino, or a panino. But for pane, we just need to use the indefinite quantity, quantità indefinita. Il dito più veloce è quello di Lisa Jessinger al primo posto, secondo posto per Mirek, e poi abbiamo al terzo posto Kent, grande Kent, Lucinda, poi Naeda, Nina, Leon, Patricia, Carol, John Golin, Kevin, Jerry Romeo, Rebecca, brava Rebecca Sack, complimenti, Susan Singleton, Carlos, Kelly e Lori Leto. Pau, why not I want bread with ham? Vorrei pane con prosciutto. I guess you could say it. It sounds a little bit aggressive to me. Ho fame, vorrei pane con prosciutto. No one will actually say it. Vorrei pane con prosciutto. Vorrei del pane. But it's not wrong if you say, che cosa ordini? Ordino pane e prosciutto. Mangio pane e prosciutto. Grammaticalmente va bene. So it's actually grammatically correct. I'm just more used to say I would like some bread. Okay? Both are good. Ragazzi, I would love to share an amazing video from one of our students here in Dallas. Have you guys seen the video that I uploaded of Rudy? Have you seen that? Rudy is a 88 years old student of Piazza Square. He's part of our community. He doesn't really join too many of the group sessions yet, but the guy is outstanding. Can I play the video? Do you guys allow me to play the video? Vedi, qualcuno l'ha visto. Some of you already saw the video. Lori Leto, sì, 88 anni. Patrizia, yes, so fun. Can I play the video now? It's only a couple of minutes. 88 years young, exactly. Ok, Leon, certo. Nina, sì. John Golling. Ok, allora, vi faccio vedere. I'm gonna show you this video. It's actually, for me, an amazing experience. I went to his apartment in Dallas, like we literally met. I used the opportunity that he had some IT issues. So I went to his apartment to actually fix the IT issues. He couldn't log in into the platform and so on. And it was amazing. Like, he invited me to his apartment. We met. We spent a couple of minutes together. We had a very nice talk. And then I also I also recorded this little video because I thought, I mean, he's 88. And how brave is this? This man just decided to join an online Italian learning program at 88. There is really no excuse. This video is the proof that in life there are no excuses. I mean, there is no reason why you should not do something. You can. If you want, you can. Let's look at this video. Let's see. Can you guys hear it?
I want to learn Italian.
Are you do you hear anything if I play it like that?
You are retired.
I don't know if you can hear it, but I hope so. Oh yes, okay, grazie Patricia. Let's see.
If you want to learn Italian and you are retired, how can you learn Italian now? Your memory might not be the same as it was years ago. Also, how can you learn using the computer? These are all concerns that you might have. How old are you, Rudy?
88, which in English is 88.
He 88 anni, 88, and is learning Italian online with Piazza Square. Have you studied Italian before, Rudy?
No, never. And matter of fact, this lovely gentleman called Carlo Piazza even flew all the way to Dallas to visit me.
What was your concern before starting the Italian program with us?
You learn words, and you can never complete a sentence. You have a bunch of words, but never a complete structure of conversing with people. What I love about it, he arranged that I have a personal instructor twice a week who is absolutely amazing and very, very patient. And in addition, I can access recorded lessons. I can access live lessons. It's like one family, and we're sort of all in the same category and move up to hopefully perfection one of these days.
Okay. And so, how long have you been looking for an Italian program before you decided to sign up for Piazza Square?
A long time, because I think it is only polite to learn someone else's language, because if you visit a country, you're the guest of the country and you should learn the language.
Do you feel like you're learning the language? Do you feel like you're making improvements?
Yes, indeed, I do. I did.
What are the major things that you learned so far?
First of all, the grammar structure, which is very, very important. And that's something which you have to memorize in every language if you would like to speak the language or learn the language.
Okay.
So that's the tough part.
And so your private professor was able to go to the grammar with you?
He's absolutely amazing and very patient. He's never been upset with me. Not yet.
Okay.
Maybe when he turns up the computer. So,
but so, have you done group lessons with Piazza Square?
Well, only listening. But I just promised Carlo that I will do one tomorrow. Domani mattina alle 11.
What do you want to tell people that are watching this video and they might be confused whether they should start the Italian program with us? Should they invest on themselves and learn the language, or should they just...
You're never too old to learn. And I think if you keep your mind active, you much less have to worry about getting dementia or Alzheimer's or any of those old people's diseases. So, no. One is never too old. And I look forward to go to a restaurant in Italy and order my meal in Italian. And I wonder what I will get.
Thank you so much, Rudy.
No, you're amazing, Carlo. You're amazing.
Thank you so much. You're amazing.
And I fully trust you in all your good people. It's the best language learning I ever experienced.
Wow.
Okay.
Grazie mille, Rudy. Thank you so much. Excellent.
Cioè, veramente incredibile, ragazzi. Cioè, un grande, il numero uno, number one, Rudy. It's super inspiring. 88 years old and giving us this such a lesson of life. Yes, davvero fantastico, grande Susan, è vero. Bravo Rudy. Jerry Romeo, vero. Fantastico Rudy, sei incredibile, super. Va bene. All right, guys, let's continue with our class. Grande, quanti complimenti. I'm sure when Rudy will see this live grammar show, he will be super proud and he will be super happy when he'll read all your comments. L'ho riletto, meraviglioso. Bravo Rudy, representing Dallas in the best way, exactly. Va bene, ok, cari amici. Mani sulla tastiera, hands on the keyboard. Andiamo avanti con la prossima che arriva tra 3, 2, 1, vai. Penso che questo libro sia più interessante precedente. Opzione A. Penso che questo libro sia più interessante di precedente. B. Del precedente. C. Rispetto precedente di dal precedente. Translation into English. We are doing a comparison here. I think this book is more interesting than the previous one. How do we say than the? Okay, we are doing a comparison between two things. Now, I will explain a little bit the basics here. We have two major cases when we do comparison. And the preposition or the way we express then will change. If we are comparing actions, if we are comparing verbs, for example, in a case, I prefer running than swimming, okay? I prefer running compared to swimming. We can say preferisco correre che nuotare. So we use che to compare two actions in Italian. Preferisco correre che nuotare. If we, that's case one or case group A. Group B or case two is when we are comparing two things, two objects or two nouns. In this case, we will say preferisco questo piuttosto che quest'altro, oppure mi piace di più il bicchiere della bottiglia. We tend to use the preposition di. Okay, now in this case we need del because we need a preposizione articolata. We are comparing il precedente con questo libro o il precedente. So when we use the preposition di with il precedente that already contains the article, we need to basically we need to merge the simple preposition di plus the article il, and you know, if you have seen the preposizioni articolate, so articulated prepositions or whatever is the translation into English, you will know that di plus il will be del. Okay? So I'm gonna read here the note. Dopo più bla 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 di o che si usa del per comparare le due cose, no? Del non è nient'altro che la forma articolata di. Quando si confronta con un nome preceduto dall'articolo. Quindi del precedente vuol dire di più il precedente. Vediamo un po' chi ha il dito più veloce. Al primo posto abbiamo Lucinda, complimentoni. Secondo posto per Naeda. Terzo posto per Lisa Denunzio. E poi abbiamo Lisa Jesinger. E poi abbiamo Leon, Carol, complimenti. Mirek, Rebecca Sack, Kevin, Marcelo Neves, Ed, Nina Ferrante, Kent, Jerry Romeo, Pau, molto bene, Tam, Patricia, Susan Singleton. Complimentoni ragazzi. Any questions so far? Do you guys have any questions on how to compare things in Italian? Okay, there is no question. That means I'm going with the next one. Mani sulla tastiera, la prossima arriva tra 3, 2, 1, vai. Se finisco di lavorare presto, ti a prendere. Opzione A, ti vengo a prendere. Opzione B, ti verrei a prendere. Opzione C, ti venissi a prendere. Opzione D, ti venivo a prendere. What does this mean in English? If I finish, or if I finish to work early, I'll come pick you up. Ok? Questo è un periodo ipotetico del primo tipo. This is a conditional type 1. It's the easiest one, where basically we just use present in the condition and present in the consequence. We just use present everywhere. Really, really basic type of conditional. One side note is that we can actually mix present and future as we want. I think I talked about this topic literally every single live show, you can see present in the condition and future in the consequence. You can see future in the condition and present in the consequence. You can see both present and you can see both future. In this case, we don't have any future in the options, so we just use present everywhere. Okay? No need to overcomplicate things. Ok, quindi la risposta corretta, cari amici, è la A. È un periodo ipotetico del primo tipo, quindi della realtà. La struttura richiede se più presente indicativo, se finisco, e poi il presente indicativo o il futuro nella frase principale. Vengo. Let's do a quick recap, especially for our beginner friends, on the conjugations. I will also give you some time to repeat what I say out loud. I'm going to conjugate the verb finire, which is what you see here in the se part, and I will also conjugate the verb venire, which is what you see in the main part. Okay? Pau is not understanding very much today. Okay, Pau, this question here or this exercise here is actually all in the present. So there is no reason why you should not understand this one. I will now conjugate the verbs person by person, and I will give you some time to repeat out loud. I will say it first, and you repeat it after me, okay? Even if you feel uncomfortable because maybe you are doing it on your own or looking at the mirror, try to repeat it out loud. First verb, finire, finire. Oh, actually, let's do something. I will just open it up on my screen. Finire, coniugazione. So I will read it, and you can also read it yourself. Okay, we are just doing the verb finire now, person by person. So we are only looking at this one, il presente. All right. Io finisco. Tu finisci. Lui, lei finisce. Noi finiamo. Voi finite. Loro finiscono. And then we have the verb venire, which means to come. Okay? Present of venire will be io vengo. This is irregular. You see, it's one of the top 8 irregular verbs in Italian. Normally, you should just kill the ending, so ire, the ending of the infinitive, and just add o. So it should be io veno. But this is not the case, because this is an irregular verb. So we have the particularity or the special situation where it adds a G. It's not io veno, it's io vengo. Okay, repeat after me. Io vengo. Tu vieni. This is crazy. There is also a change of the stem. You see, it adds a I. It's not tu veni. It's tu vieni. And then, lui, lei, viene. Noi veniamo. Voi venite. Loro vengono. Really look at this verb and try to learn it by heart, because it's one of the top 8 most used verbs, irregular verbs in Italian. Why is it irregular? Because in io and loro, it adds a G. Compared to the special case, to the regular case, it adds this G in the ending. And then for tu, lui, lei, it adds an I in the stem. Then noi and voi is regular. No difference there. But actually, you will see this pattern a lot in Italian. Very often, noi and voi, even if the verb is irregular, very often noi, and especially voi, they stay regular. They normally don't take any irregularity. Okay? So, Pau, for you, this sentence here, we have venire and finire, okay? So, part 1 is just finire, first person singular, io finisco, and second part of the sentence is io vengo, okay? We conjugated all of them, so you know io finisco and io vengo. Allora, Carlos, so why is B the wrong answer? Because it's not, it doesn't exist. Like, it literally, this is literally a construction that does not exist in Italian. Se finisco di lavorare presto, ti verrei a prendere. It doesn't exist. There are only 4 types of periodo ipotetico, only 4 types of conditional. Type 1 is just indicativo presente, indicativo presente. Type 2 would be se fossi più ricco viaggerei di più, quindi abbiamo congiuntivo imperfetto e poi condizionale presente. E poi type 3 would be se fossi stato più ricco avrei viaggiato di più, quindi abbiamo congiuntivo trapassato e poi abbiamo condizionale passato. And then we have a mixed type, which is basically a combination between 2 and 3. Let's forget about this for today. So we have only these 4 types of conditional. This one, option B, doesn't exist at all. Like in Italian language, you don't combine indicativo presente in the if part and then conditional in the main clause. You just don't combine it. Se finisco di lavorare presto, ti verrei a prendere. Some people might even say it in the street, but it's wrong. Se finisco di lavorare presto, ti verrei a prendere. Se finissi di lavorare presto, ti verrei a prendere. In that case, you would use option B, but you need a subjunctive in the if part, and then you would build a conditional type 2, okay? Quindi, I will write it in the chat, so I make it, actually, I will do it like this. I will give you 3 examples. So this is also useful for people that are at the intermediate level, and you can at least practice all types of conditionals. All right, let's do it this way. Allora, abbiamo noi conditional type 1. Let's do periodo ipotetico di tipo 1. And then we have periodo ipotetico di tipo 2. And then we have periodo ipotetico di tipo 3. I will write it down, and then we have misto, but whatever. Tipo 1 is exactly what we have in the example, in our exercise, which is se finisco presto, ti vengo a prendere. Okay? Then we have type 2, which would be se finissi presto, ti verrei a prendere. And then that's type 2. Type 3 would be se avessi finito presto, ti sarei venuto a prendere. Okay? And then we have also mixed one, which is, I mean, I don't want to go over to overload you, but let's do it just to be complete. Allora, se avessi finito presto, ti verrei a prendere. So basically we have here, let's do it like this, periodo ipotetico misto. All right, what is the difference between type 1, type 2, and type 3? I will write it in English, so you will also just see one-on-one the difference, or you will just see it. Exactly. Allora, if I finish early, I pick you up. Type 1, it's the easiest one because it's just basically if these situations happen, if this situation happens, this will be a consequence, and this is like real. You know, if it rains, I take an umbrella. Like I'm phrasing it as if these were a 100% certainty consequence. You get my point? Quindi, if I finish early, I pick you up. Like there is no chance that I don't pick you up. It's like certainty. This is the mindset of type 1. Then we have type 2, which is already a possibility. It's not a certainty anymore. So this is actually called in Italian realtà. Okay, this one is called possibilità because it's just a possibility. So if I finished early, I would pick you up. There could be a possibility. You know, if I finished early, I would pick you up, but I'm not even sure. There is just a possibility that I might do it. You see? And then type 3 is called also impossibilità, let's call it irrealtà, whatever. Type 3, it's something that is impossible. Why? Because you are using a condition in the past that didn't happen. So in English, I mean, don't look at me. I know right now you're looking at me like if I'm crazy, but you guys have exactly the same in English, and I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to now translate this thing into English, and you'll be like, oh, yes, we say this. And don't ask me, how often do you actually use type 3? Because you use it often. Also in English, you will see, it happens a lot that you use it. So if this would be, if I had finished early, I would have picked you up. Boom. This is the English translation. You see why this is impossible? Because you are talking about a condition in the past that didn't actually happen. And so I'm just talking about an hypothetical scenario that would have happened if this crazy situation had realized, whatever. It didn't. So if I had studied law, I would have been richer. But I didn't. So I'm just talking about nothing. If my grandfather had wheels, it would have been a car. But he didn't have wheels. He was a person. You know? All right. Now we also have a mixed one, which is basically an impossible condition in the past with a consequence today, a consequence in the present or in the future. So it will be like, I don't even know if this exists in English. If I had finished early, I would pick you up. Yeah, you know. So the mixed one is basically a combination of 2 and 3. I'm sure I might pick you up. I may pick you up. Yeah. Okay, I don't. So I got a comment in English here. If type 2, if I finish early, I may pick you up. No. Type 2, no. Type 2 is if I finished early, I would pick you up. I'm 99% sure. I think at least. I mean, I'm not an English speaker. I'm not the English native here. I'm actually probably. I'm probably the only one here who's not a native English speaker. So guys, you can help me if you see a mistake in the English translation. Tell me. I'm open to feedback, whatever. I'm teaching Italian, not English, so I'm pretty sure about the Italian part. I might have some problems with the English translation, whatever. Okay, so but you get the point, guys. Now, type 1 is what we had in the exercise. Okay, these are the examples for all types of periodo ipotetico. If you want, I can structure this one nicely with some explanations and share it with the community. You guys want that? Okay, does this make sense, guys? Is it totally nonsense, or does it make sense? Give me feedback in the chat, guys. Am I alone here? Patricia, no. What do you mean no? You don't want it? Like you don't want me to share it? Ah, ok. David, sarebbe bello, ok. Ah, ok, Susan, sì. L'ho riletto, per favore, grande. Grazie, Carlo. Hai un video sul periodo ipotetico? I have a lot of videos, actually. Even in the video courses for For the students of the full program, I have videos on periodo ipotetico, but I might do new ones. In the context of it makes sense, being that there is a possibility. Grammatical, I think, is the accurate one. So, Lorena, you're saying I'm right, or? No, you're not alone. Okay. Oh, it makes sense, Patricia. Okay, good. Pausi, per favore. Carlo, sì. It's a reflexive verb. Ok. Va bene? Yes, ok. Quindi, in questo caso noi abbiamo tipo 1. Se finisco di lavorare presto, ti vengo a prendere. Good. So this live show became a deep dive into periodo ipotetico. That's good. Now, mani sulla tastiera. Let's do another one, guys. Next one. 3, 2, 1, bye. Something a little bit easier now. Let's see if we can chill a little bit. A, studente viene a Sicilia. A, lo studente viene della Sicilia. B, lo studente viene dalla Sicilia. C, il studente viene della Sicilia. D, il studente viene dalla Sicilia. Nella prima parte dobbiamo capire qual è l'articolo determinativo corretto. Nella seconda parte dobbiamo capire qual è la preposizione articolata corretta. So the translation in English of this sentence is, the student comes from Sicily. In the first part, we need to understand which one is the right article. In the second part, we need to understand which one is the right preposition. I remind you all that we use lo if we have a masculine singular noun starting with a special consonant. What is a special consonant? Is X, Y, Z, S plus consonant, GN, PS. These are considered special consonants. In this case, we have a special consonant because we have S plus consonant. So studente. That's why we say lo. For the second part, coming from a region would be da. It's not di. So it's not della, but it's rather dalla. Io vengo dalla Sicilia. Option B is the correct one. As I said, now I read it in Italian. Lo studente usa lo perché studente inizia con S più consonante. E poi dalla Sicilia si usa da più la, che è una preposizione articolata. Ok? Quindi la Sicilia, da questa regione, dalla Sicilia. Il dito più veloce è quello di Mirek al primo posto, secondo posto per Nina Ferrante, terzo posto per Alina, e poi abbiamo Lisa Denunzio, abbiamo Pau, Lisa Jesinger, Naeda, poi abbiamo John Golin, Marcelo Neves, poi abbiamo Ed, poi abbiamo Time Wallace, Marilyn, e poi abbiamo Susan Singleton, Lori Leto, Maggie, Kent, Lorena, Patricia. Va bene, ragazzi. Allora, ok. Altro tema. Other topic that we need to discuss real quick. Tasty Tuscany 2027. We already have 9 confirmed participants. Ok? 9 persone, 9 people already paid for the trip. That means that, I said it that I could probably need to close the registration for the trip earlier than expected. Initially, I wanted to close the registrations by end of June, but we already have 9 confirmed participants. So max number of participants is 15. This is really the maximum. This means that I might need to close the registrations earlier. Lori Leto is part of the gang. Yes, Lori Leto. Abbiamo Pamela, abbiamo Luisa, abbiamo Virginia, abbiamo già tante persone. We already have many people that decided to join. Jim Smith, abbiamo Philip, abbiamo... Guys, I might need to close the registrations earlier. So if you are seriously interested, Marianne also decided to join. If you are seriously interested in joining the trip, make sure that you contact me as soon as possible. How can you contact me? I show it once again just to make sure that everyone knows it. This is our amazing community. You see, 333 members. This is where we learn Italian every single day. Here on discussion, you have home and you have different discussion areas. One of them being Viaggia con noi. Here, Tasty Tuscany 2027, you find the link. It will send you to the landing page of the trip. Here you get all the details. When is the trip, how much it is, this and that, blah, blah, blah. The price for the trip is the one that you see here. It will be 3,800 for a single room, all included except two things only are excluded. First, the flight. You'll need to take care of your flight. Second, there might be a cost to get from Florence to the hotel. If you guys need support there, it will not be something big. It might be, I don't know, 20 bucks, 30 bucks. But if I arrange a bus for this small trip, this is also excluded from this amount. Now, this is Europe, because my supplier, the travel agency that organizes, they want euro. So what I do, I can collect US dollar. I will just check on Google the day that you sign up, how much this is in US dollar, and you can do the payment in US dollar, no problem at all. How do we do the payment? We have two options. Option one will be bank transfer. This is pretty much free, and it will be just this number translated into US dollar. That's the amount. Second option, credit card. If you want to use a credit card, it's okay, but there will be a 3% fee to process the payment, which is normally around 120, 130 bucks if you want to use the credit card. Okay, so it will be this amount in USD and then 3% for credit card payment. Otherwise, bank transfer, and it's free. Bank transfer could be either Zelle or ACH and so on. Whenever I receive the money and I complete the group, I will just call the travel agency and tell them, hey guys, I completed the group, here we go. They will start to do all the bookings. So they will book the hotel, they will book the tour guides, they will book the tickets for the activities, this and that. So basically, from that moment on, I won't be able to do refunds. I will not be able to do refunds. Why? Because I won't have the money anymore. The money is already gone, is already with the travel agency. That's why I put here that if for any reason I need to cancel the trip, I will of course do the full refund to everyone, of course, because it's my problem, let's say. But if you want to cancel the trip after I close the group and after I give the money to the travel agency, then I will be able to only do a refund of 50% of the value. Okay, so crossing the fingers, there won't be any problem, because I'm really working hard to make this happen and to give everyone a unforgettable experience. Sign up as soon as possible, because then if I close the group, it's closed. Okay? Va bene. Okay, Maggie is already doing the translation of the euro into dollars. Yes, whatever. It's pretty much 4,500 for a single room. With, I mean, in this amount, there are also the dinners included, the lunches, all the meals are included, the wine, and so on. It sounds fun. It will be unforgettable. I will work and I will make sure that this will be unforgettable for everyone. This will be a once in a lifetime experience. Va bene. Going back to our class, let's continue. Mani sulla tastiera, cari amici, hands on the keyboard. Let's go with the next one in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Difficult. This is a difficult one. We are playing around here with futures in this exercise. Dopo che la cittadinanza italiana, potrò finalmente vivere e lavorare in Europa. Opzione A, dopo che otterrò. Opzione B, dopo che avrò ottenuto. Opzione C, dopo che otterrei. Opzione D, dopo che avessi ottenuto. What does this mean in English? After I'll have obtained, or after I'll obtain the Italian citizenship, I'll finally live and work in Europe. I'll finally manage to live and work in Europe, or I'll finally be able to live and work in Europe. Now, the problem with this type of sentences in Italian is that we have two future tenses. We have something called futuro semplice, so simple future, and something called futuro anteriore. Now, the thing with these two future tenses is that futuro semplice happens in the future, and futuro anteriore also happens in the future, but a little bit before the futuro semplice. So it might be this is really confusing for English speakers. I know it's a very difficult topic, but I will show you something. I will open now here the conjugation of the verb ottenere, which is what we are looking for. So I just say ottenere, conjugazione, okay? And now I'll open, ottenere means obtain, okay? So I will open the conjugation of the verb ottenere. Let's look at this. This is indicativo mode, okay? It's the first mode that normally you learn in Italian. These are all the different tenses of indicativo. Let's go to the future. You see here the two futures that I mentioned. You have something called futuro semplice and something called futuro anteriore. Now, I will give you a very stupid and practical example. If futuro semplice happens tomorrow at 8 p.m., futuro anteriore happens tomorrow at 7 p.m. Do you understand what I mean? So, futuro semplice, I repeat again, futuro semplice, this one, happens tomorrow at 8 p.m. and futuro anteriore happens a little bit before, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Okay? This is how you play around in Italian with future tenses. You have this luxury of the language, this rich, the Italian language is rich, which is good and bad. It's stylish, if you want, on one side, but for students, I understand it's a complication because you need to use an additional tense. All right? Futuro semplice happens in the future, futuro anteriore happens a little bit before. Now, in this case, we use futuro anteriore. Why? Because we have two actions. Let's start with action 2, the one that was already written, fully written, which is that I will be able to live and work in Europe. This is action 2, which happens in the future. What does it need to happen before that for me to be able to live and work in Europe? What? That I need to receive the citizenship. So you see, we have two future actions, but the first one is receiving the citizenship. And then, chronologically speaking, the second action would be working and living in Europe. We have two actions in the future. And this is how we do it in Italian. Dopo che avrò ottenuto la cittadinanza italiana, potrò vivere e lavorare in Europa. So the first part is futuro anteriore, because it happens in the future, but a little bit before the other future. And the second part is simple future, futuro semplice, which just happens in the future. Okay? Let's say, now to make it easy, I received the citizenship in May, and in June I live and work in Europe. Quindi, dopo che avrò ottenuto la cittadinanza italiana a maggio, in May, dopo che avrò ottenuto la cittadinanza italiana a maggio, potrò vivere e lavorare in Europa a giugno. Okay, I added a little bit a time reference so that it will be easier for you to understand how we play around with these futures. I think this was a very good explanation. I need to cut this and upload it. Va bene, il dito più veloce è quello di Lisa Jesinger, secondo posto per Mirek, e poi terzo posto per Alina, e poi Carlos. Wow, Carlos, my God. Napa Valley is delivering. Lorena, molto bene. E poi abbiamo Kevin, e poi abbiamo Anna Safri, bene, brava. Naeda, Susan Singleton, complimenti. Kent, complimenti. Mariatta, Ferrante. Good job, Maggie. Thanks, Maggie. Va bene, andiamo avanti con la prossima. Mani sulla tastiera, cari amici. Let's go with the next one. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Relative pronouns. Ecco il ragazzo. Abbiamo regalato la macchina fotografica. A, la cui. B, di cui. C, che, di, a cui. In English, this would be, here we have the boy to whom we gave the camera. Ok? In italiano, ok, facciamo, let's do a little bit also here. Sorry, let's do it smaller. Here we go. Let's do here a very little explanation. The sentence is regalare qualcosa a qualcuno. Quindi regalare la macchina fotografica al ragazzo. Okay? So, qualcosa is the object, la macchina fotografica is the object. A qualcuno il complemento di termine. A qualcuno, quindi al ragazzo. So far, so good. What we already understand from this sentence here is that the person that you give the camera to, there is a preposition there. It comes with a preposition. Preposition is a, which is to someone. Okay. Now, in this example, in this exercise, we are using something called relative pronoun. Relative pronoun, okay, which is used to merge two separate sentences. Which one are the two separate sentences here? Sentence one would be ecco il ragazzo. Sentence two would be abbiamo regalato la macchina fotografica al ragazzo. If you are a beginner and you don't want to get crazy with relative pronouns, you can just break down this story into two separate sentences. Ecco il ragazzo, dot, abbiamo regalato la macchina fotografica al ragazzo. That's okay, it works. Now, it doesn't sound like you are a pro of the language. Why? Because ragazzo, you're mentioning it twice. So, you know, how do you see if someone is a pro of the language? Because he avoids repetitions. If you are able to skip the repetition, you will sound like a pro. So basically, what we do, we just merge the two sentences through a relative pronoun. Ecco il ragazzo a cui abbiamo regalato la bla 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 bla, la macchina fotografica. Okay? Now, how do we understand which one is the right relative pronoun that we should use? We have two cases. Okay, so let's do it like this. We have case A. Case A would be no prepositions. Case B, prepositions. If you don't have any preposition, just use the relative pronoun che. If you do have preposition, just use the relative pronoun cui, as easy as it gets. In this case, we use cui because we have a preposition. Why do we have a preposition? Well, we just saw it. To whom? To is a preposition. Prepositions in Italian are Italian simple prepositions are di, a, da, in, con, su, per, tra, or fra. Di, a, da, in, con, su, per, tra, fra. In this case, we have the preposition a, which of course, here is a simple one. This is a simple preposition that I'm showing here. Of course, it comes with an article because you have the boy, to the boy, okay? Quindi al ragazzo, because we are going from simple preposition to preposizione articolata, adding this L, which is il ragazzo, okay? Why not use quello? Where do you see quello, Patricia? Ecco il ragazzo, quello, abbiamo regalato una macchina fotografica. Oh, what do you mean? I don't fully get the question. We don't have the relative pronouns are basically, I mean, if you want, there is il quale, la quale, i quali, le quali. But let's forget about that for the moment. It's a little bit more advanced. The relative pronouns that I want you to remember, go home with two relative pronouns, che and cui. That's it. Why do you need relative pronouns? Because they will allow you to sound like a bro, merge into different sentences. Okay? I don't, but I would translate it as that, not which. Here is the boy to whom we gave the camera. When you say that, you are basically translating che. That would be the relative pronoun whenever you don't have prepositions. For example, this is the girl that I met yesterday. Questa è la ragazza che ho conosciuto ieri. Ok, certo. Excellent. Va bene? Quindi la risposta completa è a cui. Ecco il ragazzo a cui abbiamo regalato la macchina fotografica. E perché usiamo a cui? Come vi ho spiegato prima, as I explained before, usiamo a cui perché il verbo regalare richiede la preposizione a per indicare il destinatario dell'azione. We use a cui. Why? Because the verb regalare, to give as a gift, needs preposition a to indicate who is going to receive the action. Va bene? Oh, last one. Actually, sorry, I didn't do il dito più veloce. I forgot to say who was the faster one. Alina al primo posto, secondo posto per Lorena, poi abbiamo Nina Ferrante, e poi abbiamo Naeda, poi abbiamo Ed, complimenti Ed, Mariatta, Anna Sapri, Mirex, Susan Singleton, Lori Leto, Lisa Jesinger, Kent, complimentoni. Dai, facciamo l'ultima, let's do the last one, l'ultima. Let's do the last one, guys, last 3 minutes. 3, 2, 1, vai. Non vedo l'ora di nuovo. A. Non vedo l'ora di rivederti di nuovo. B. Non vedo l'ora di ti rivedere di nuovo. C. Non vedo l'ora di rivederti di nuovo. D. Non vedo l'ora di rivederti a te di nuovo. In English, this would be I can't wait to see you again. How do we say see you again? See you. Il verbo che usiamo è rivedere. to see again, rivedere. We have vedere, which is to see, and then we have rivedere, which is to see again. I can also write it. I can also write it here in the notes. So, vedere means to see. Rivedere means to see again. We just add ri to say again. Okay? Quindi, in this case, we are looking for to see you again. Okay? Which is rivederti. Okay? We are adding this particle to the verb to just mention you. Rivedere te, rivederti. Ok? Quindi, cari amici, la risposta corretta è la C. Ok? Dopo di si usa l'infinito e con i verbi con pronome il pronome si unisce al verbo. Rivedere più ti, rivederti. Il dito più veloce è quello di Alina, secondo posto per Lisa Jesinger, terzo posto per Mirek, poi abbiamo Lucinda, poi abbiamo Lisa Denunzio, Nina Ferrante, Naeda, Lorena, Kelly, Kevin, Mariatta, Susan Singleton, Ed, Maggie, Lori Leto, Anna Safrin, Leon, Lorena. Bene, bene, bene. Complimenti amici, congratulations everyone. I would say that the next appointment, guys, will be just in a few hours with Gabriele. So we have here today beginner class with Gabriele at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So they will be basically in 4 hours, something like that. In 4 hours, there will be beginner class with Gabriele, where he's going to explain frequency adverbs, per esempio più spesso, più raramente, raramente, spesso, sempre, eccetera, eccetera. Frequency adverbs with Gabriele, talking about daily habits and routines. The appointment will be in about 4 hours on Zoom. This is the Zoom link, the button to join the Zoom class with Gabriele. And otherwise, I mean, you can just pick whatever class you want to join. I give you unlimited access to all of these classes, so just select your level or select your preferred teacher, your favorite teacher here. If you miss a class that you're really interested in, for example, you really want to do the frequency adverb with Gabriele today, but you are not able to join, no problem, because we record all of them, so you can just go here to recorded lessons, and you will be able to access all of them. Look at this. So many recorded classes. You can just look at the date or at the topic or at the teacher. For example, if you want to watch the beginner class that Silvia gave on the 14th of June 2026 about personal information and jobs, you can just go here, click on the class, and you can just watch it again. You see? This you can do for every class that we do. We just upload all of them.
Okay.
Let's see here who we have.
So okay, so let's try to. If I say
everything is live, there are breakdown of verbs, conjugations, a lot of explanations, and here, apart from learning Italian, you also meet all the other students from the community, which is amazing, because then what happens is also that you develop friendships inside the community. And for example, something that is really mind-blowing for me is that, as you can see here, we have Marianne and India that just met for lunch or for dinner. Okay, Marianne and India, they didn't know each other. They met each other through Piazza Square. They are both part of the intermediate classes. And you see, they even ended up having dinner together, which is like amazing. It's, for me, I'm super proud of this, and it gives me immense joy to see that through this project and this school, people are also becoming friends. So if you're also interested in meeting new people that share the same passion for the Italian language, feel free to reach out to the other people of the community. For example, Paula is organizing a meetup group for the Los Angeles area. If you know other people from outside the program that are interested in learning Italian and want to also meet other friends, feel free to send them over. We are going to interview them and see if they are a good fit. If we believe they are a good fit, we can also offer them the possibility to join the program. This program is, of course, by invitation only. Before you enter the program, you need to talk to someone from my team. We don't just allow everyone to join. And this is one of the reasons why all the group classes are amazing and all the people have good vibes and so on. Because if we see that people have bad vibes, we just don't invite them to the program. And I hope this doesn't sound too bad, but we really like to keep the level high and to ensure for everyone that there is the maximum quality and all classes are enjoyable. Okay? Thank you so much, Carlos. Stai facendo un ottimo lavoro. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. Grazie mille, grazie a te, Mariatta. Ciao Lori Leto, grandissima. Ciao Susan, divertiti a New York. Ciao Patrizia. Grazie mille ragazzi, è stato un piacere condividere questa ora e 12 con voi. It was a pleasure to share this hour and 12 minutes with you. And if we don't see each other in New York, I'll meet you next Wednesday, again for the live show. Next Wednesday, I'll be in New York. I will do the live show directly from New York. Ciao Leon, ciao Lisa Jesinger, ciao Mirek, grazie prof, ciao a tutti. Un abbraccio a tutti ragazzi, un bacione, ci vediamo. Ciao 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 ciao.